Hey guys, Nolar here, aka Nanolar. Look, it's pretty dry in the game right now. I don't think anyone can dispute that. So there's not a lot of whole gameplay stuff I can do for you guys. So I'm going to do a quick discussion video on what kind of EZAs I think is going to happen in part 2. Clearly we didn't get any for part 1. And usually when we have a part 1, part 2 thing, they don't really drop EZAs for part 1. But would have been nice because there's really nothing else to do. So look, we're going to talk about the Majin Saga, and this is the Dokkan Wiki right now. And we're here just to showcase, alright, this is the kind of stuff we're going to be looking forward to, you know? So, this is, we're in the Majin Saga kind of era. We're going to wrap it up with part 2. I don't know if you guys saw, but Team Dokkan are kind of teased that Super Saiyan 2 Angel Goku and potentially Super Saiyan 3 is coming. So, it might be a combo card or a exchange mechanic. Exchange would be kind of cool. It'd be interesting how they play it out, but if that's the case, then there's a bunch of things that I think we could obviously really get into here. So let's go with the obvious thing is the LR EZA for Hercule. Yeah, see, the wiki's prepping themselves, so yeah, I don't know. I mean, this might more or less be like a medium chance of stun, maybe 77% defense for 3 turns on the 18 key. They just need to get rid of this great chance. Just give him some kind of stat. Maybe a chance on the key part, like at the start of turn, sure. Give him some defense or some damage reduction, and I think you're more or less good to go. I mean, his link skills, not going to be great. So, really, nobody's going to be using him. I imagine he'll be like a 3 key, 100% or 120% stat lead. I think that's what they're going to do with him, which is fine. I mean, how many people are going to run him as a lead, really? I don't think that many. Actually, if they made 3 key 120, he might be the best World Tournament lead there is. Because he's 3 key 120. Oh, 70. Yeah, if they made him 3 key 120, he'd easily be the best World Tournament lead. Yeah, you know what? Do that. Honestly, do it, because we definitely need a good World Tournament lead, even though he himself is not going to be that amazing. Well, again, I could just be really interesting on that. But anyways, so no, I mean, it's kind of fairly obvious. We're getting him. Hopefully, you're all getting ready, prepping every day, doing the Zenny farm and buying all the medals. It's something I got to remember to do myself. I mean, I'm trying to get him another LA SA5 and then or LR SA5 and feed, but I might just forego and give him Kai's. All right, so look. Typically, the 250, like 300 million download and 250 didn't really bring traditional EZAs. What they ended up doing was they dropped the boss raid and then put the boss raid giving the EZA medals for whatever unit they want to go up. It's not a Dokkan Fest one, usually. But if we're going to be hypothetical and we're going to explore all the options that they could bring here, I'm going to bring this. So, in Kid Buu, obviously is going to be a monster. Ever since we got the Link level update, you know, Majin Link is now at level 10, 2 key, 15% defense, and Infinite Regeneration gives him 2 key, 3% HP, and defense 10%. Like, plus you got the Majin, the Exchange Buu, as well as the LR Buu tanks who give a ton of key. So they don't have any issues supering anymore. This guy won't have any problems, like ever again. I think they'll bring it up to 15% HP recovery, 120. Maybe another 100% with like 70% starter turn defense or something like that. I mean, they just need to get this guy defense, honestly. Like, the rest of it could just stay the same. Obviously, they probably improve it a little bit. Again, an extra 5 SA and extra levels will help quite a bit. So, but this guy's gonna be a monster. Probably, I mean, before the Link update, everyone was like, oh, he might be interesting. But with the Link update, he's gonna be easily top 3 of the top 120 EZAs total. So now, because let's say they do that, and they say throw a wrinkle in that, because these guys are old. They awoken with the Majin Buu, like the in Kid Buu, when he gave out when they gave out the medals to farm him, they were working these guys too. So I mean, they've been okay. Like, these guys have been all been nukers. They didn't hit this Vegeta, and I'm talking about the Strength Goku. It'll be really interesting what they end up doing, because again, most of these old cards just need defense, right? So they could give him like 50% attack and defense to return. Then you add all these additional things like 20% key sphere rate on strength, and then I think on this one is what, 20 on int, recover HP candy. Maybe they do a couple things like create their own key spheres, like to change a random one to int or change a random one to strength, and then maybe convert the HP with candy, or maybe candies to like, or something else around that. I don't know. They could do a lot of things with it, but these guys, I mean, I want to see these guys get an EZA, but I just remember that, you know, if you go back here, they awoken with the Kid Buu medals. So it's going to be a little bit if they actually do decide to awaken these guys. But like I said, they could throw a wrench and give us an Kid Buu EZA with these two as well. I mean, that would be tons of stuff to do, right? Honestly, this game has so much. Some of these cards are so old that they need EZAs badly. You know what I mean? So like the fact that they could drop like 2 EZAs, easy areas, whatever, a month and still not scratch the surface of how many cards need the help, right? So I'm just very perplexed by how they're so reluctant on giving it to us. Like, look, I understand EZAs, like the Dokkan Fest ones, they need to sell those cards and they give 30 stone, so maybe they're reluctant on terms of like stone economy. Okay, sure, you can make that argument, but we have easy areas, you know, we have EZAs that utilize older EZA medals that cost stamps, so I just don't see why unless they try to theme stuff, but clearly, as we've seen Akatsuki do, they don't really care about that stuff too much. So yeah, those two guys plus Kid Buu could be good. This guy, I forgot, also awoken with Kid Buu, so he becomes this Super Buu, this tech one. There's a lot of Super Buus, but this one's going to be crazy if they decide to EZA him. Again, assuming they did Kid Buu and drop the other two, and then this guy as well. Because look at that, recovers 30% of damage dealt. So if they gave him some, like, I don't know, 77% attack and defense at the start of turn, and then make this a medium chance to stun with 30% recovery of HP. I mean, we talk about the Majin powers category, like the Undying team. This would be the epitome of Undying team. As long as he could take a hit, get some damage reduction or whatever, like they did with the Buff Buu at some point. Like, this is insanely good. But again, highly doubtful to drop that EZA because it would require Kid Buu first. Now, shout out to Ryuden. This is probably his favorite section. Look, he needs an EZA too. Obviously, all the 120s do at some point. But all he really needs is like 150% attack and like 100% defense at the start of turn. Really, that's all he needs. Be nice if you got some kind of damage reduction or something else along the lines, just to make him a little bit tankier. But like, this guy's an all-out attacker. Like, that's just what he does. Like, you know, you could put a per rainbow key sphere and then be like, comma, when facing off against a Majin Buu Saga category enemy, convert one random type of key sphere into rainbows. So there's more opportunities to get rainbows, so you can be more consistent on that damage dealing. He fits on a lot of categories, so why not? You know, I don't see, like, they could either do Kid Buu or this guy. It's one of the two, right? So if they end up going with him, I'm be pretty pleased with this, and I'm sure Ryuden will be as well. But the reason why I brought him up is because bringing this guy up, and you're like, oh, what the hell, man? Yeah, if you guys don't remember, this was like the very beginning of the game. You could farm this guy. Look at that huge damage. Oh man. Okay, and then he becomes this guy when you awaken him. On JP, he's I don't think I think you skip him on JP. You only get him like as a login or something, if I remember. You couldn't farm him. That's what I'm trying to say. Then you awaken him to here, so he becomes a Super Saiyan, right? Still, huge damage, rare chance of 150% attack. And then with the, I think that was a Super Saiyan 3 event. The original OG AGL Super Saiyan 3 Dokkan event, you could awaken him to this guy. It's just a Super Saiyan Angel Goku. And then, of course, with the Super Saiyan 3 event, you get to awaken him here. And he's this Angel Super Saiyan 3 who was really good at the time. Like, really good, right? Supreme damage, high chance, which is that 50% of 180%. So, I think that if you gave Super Saiyan 3 Angel Goku the Tech 1 and EZA, you could also EZA this guy at the same time, if they want to go down that route. And he's completely free to play card. So obviously you could, right? You take all those cards, awaken it, you know, save your Kais and whatnot. But there's a lot of things they could do with him. They could still keep the supreme damage, obviously give him some defense, a high chance of something. So they give him like, you know, 50% attack and defense at the start with a high chance of 180 on top, just to like, you know, bring him over the top. But something along those lines would be fine. It'd be pretty cool, honestly. If you do Angel Super Saiyan 3 Goku as the EZA, then you can EZA this guy, who awakens into this Super Saiyan 3 Angel Goku, which nobody really uses because E3 attack and defense 7,000 start turn is pretty bad. Pretty bad for sure. But you could make this 3 key, 100% attack and defense, and then some extra stuff added to his kit, you know. Since he's an Angel Goku, I could see them making him a support for Super Saiyan 3, the category. So like 2 key, 30% attack and defense for Super Saiyan 3 category allies. Would totally make sense because then he wouldn't conflict with the LR Super Saiyan 3, the tech one, because he's Angel in his name. So yeah, you could probably put those two together. I mean, it depends, right? Like, I would prefer them to make one of these Angel Super Saiyan 3 Gokus some kind of support. They could do it with the tech one I just showed you, but I mean, this one's fairly good overall. So yeah, but I could see them, if they decide to do the 2 leaps of logic, you get to go follow me here, as they EZA Super Saiyan 3 Angel Goku, the tech one, the Dokkan Fest one, and then bring these 2 guys subsequently together. Very doubtful, they've never done it before, but hey, they've done crazy stuff before too, so most likely what we're gonna get are these 2 guys, the Vegito. So these guys started off as this guy you could pull, and this is the troll. When you were going for Vegito Blue, the LR tech one, you would get this guy and be like, come on guys. So he did awaken with Super Vegito into this guy, who's a very, very good card still, right? You know, raise their attack and then give everybody this. Of course, they'll give him some sort of return attack and defense, maybe a stacking defensive super or whatever, just to, you know, be nice to put them on the side. But he's gonna be really good because he'll be good for the Majin Buu Saga specifically. You won't run this guy outside of Majin Buu Saga unless you're trying to, or you don't have the LR tech base form, right? That should go to blue. So if they make him pretty good, like a defensive support, I could see him being used definitely on the Majin Buu Saga optimally. And you could even argue you put him on rotation, because if you put him next to, let's see, same order race, same lineage, prepare for battle, power story, Fuse Fighter, Supreme Power, Fierce Battle, the LR, the new one we have here, Fierce Battle, prepare for battle, doesn't have Kamehameha, Fuse Fighter, Power Story. Yes, you know, you'll have like 4 links activated, 4 or 5 links activated, so that's gonna be good for this guy as a support unit. You could put him theoretically on rotation. But the more interesting one, I think, and people are just downplaying a lot, is this guy. He's a nuker. 12% attack for every key sphere obtained, then allies attack by 25% for 1 turn. So like I could see him, you know, attack and defense 15%, make his own orbs, you know, attack and defense at start of turn, something like that, or some damage reduction. I think it would be interesting because we've had nukers, you know, getting every key sphere you get X stat. They could do damage reduction per key sphere, saying like, I don't know, on average you'll get anywhere from 5 to 7, 8 key spheres. So they did, you know, 3%, 8, 5, 4, 5% damage reduction per key sphere. I think that'd be really good. I mean, I think it's be a neat mechanic. And that would still make him viable to be on rotation, right? Super Saiyan, well, he doesn't have Brainiacs, but prepare for battle, power story, Fuse Fighter, Fierce Battle. Yeah. I don't think he has Saiyan War Race. Yeah, no, not the Super Vegito, but still, that'd be really good. I could totally see this happening, honestly. So, more than likely, we'll get EZAs for them because we already had the Dokkan Fest EZA out for Super Vegito, so he used the same, both of these guys use the same metals. I could see that happening easily. Of course, that's the LR. Now, there's one I want to talk about. I don't think it's going to happen, but it's like super low chance it does. Like, it could. You never know. But they do the, what is it? I don't have it pulled up here, but I wanted to say this guy. And you're like, what? Noir? What the hell are you talking about? The reason why I mention him is because, I mean, he's still really good. He just needs some defense, and maybe, I mean, lose some defense here, and just make him be able to take a hit at some point. You know, make it start off like he'll lose 10% defense every turn until you lose at most 30% defense. You know, just help him survive the first couple of turns. I think he's fine. I mentioned bringing him up because, where is he? We have these two guys here. This guy also awoken, I'm pretty sure, with that medal. Yep, the physical Super Saiyan 3. So, I mean, he's also a nuker. Again, he needs some sort of attack and defense at the start of turn, maybe some damage reduction or whatever, however you want to play it. You know, give him something to make him viable. I mean, I remember using this guy really early on. I'm talking like a year one, because when you had to nuke stages to defeat Dokkan Fest events just to get the medals, you had to nuke, and this is the guy to nuke. So for AGL, like if you're taking a strength stage, like the Broly stage, you took him, and you nuked the hell out of strength Broly. So anyways, yeah, this guy definitely needs it. I have a special place in my heart for him because he was like my mainstay back in the day. But the other guy that could be interesting is this one who goes to this strength just go tanks. This is one that we're really first starting to play around with the whole like first attacker in the turn, like slot 1, slot 3, stuff like that. So you were supposed to put him in slot 1. Now, if you're gonna make him put in slot 1, he needs some kind of defense and damage reduction. Like, hey, he'll get 77% attacking defense to start a turn with additional 23% attacking defense as the first attacker in a turn. You know, collect X amount of orbs and you get damage reduction, whatever you want, a stipulation, but just make him be able to tank in the first slot. Because he's got pretty good links, like Shock and Speed's still good. Fuse Fighter, of course, on a fusion team. Innocence on a youth team, and Kamehameha, which is on pretty much every unit that has it. So yeah, I mean, this is it would be really good if you got one, because that would be good base Go tanks to use. Now, granted, you wouldn't really use him over the transforming one if you had the option, but for those who don't or want to try something different, he's not a bad version of base Go tanks to run. So I don't think they're going to drop him. In the likely probability order, I'd say Kid Buu, then Super Saiyan 3, Angel Goku, then the physical Go tanks in terms of probability of who they're going to drop. If they were to drop a Dokkan Fest EZA, which every download or now simultaneous worldwide celebration hasn't dropped a traditional Dokkan Fest unit, they've just dropped a bunch of easy areas and stuff like that. And of course, we know that where is the Hercule? Oh, they're just SSR. So this guy is going to get an Awakening plus an EZA. You know, that's pretty obvious. They even mentioned that. Where's the N one? This guy too is going to go to Super Saiyan 3, I think, and you know, he's going to awaken to Super Saiyan 3 and get a EZA as well. Be nice if they drop some other ones with you know, along those lines. So yeah, this guy was one. This guy could actually see two. I'm kind of down lower on the priority list, but the reason why I say he could, because he awakens with this stuff, which is used in the Hero Extermination. All the Hero Extermination villain ones are easy areas. So Hercule and the Farmville Gokus, they're gonna get an easy A. I could see them dropping an easy area for this guy. So yeah, what is he awakened to here? Supreme damage, 90%. Okay, you know, it's all right, but you know, give him some attack and defense. Just give him defense at the start of turn and then attack up when he performs a super. Make that like 120. Supreme damage with like a chance to stun or something, some secondary effect, and then he'd be fine. He'd be okay. I mean, I'm not going to use that many Super Saiyan Gohan teens, but he'd be an option. It's better than nothing. So yeah, this guy could actually easy area because he is part of that Hero Extermination event. They like to drop those, so I actually can see that happening. This guy too, well, he's a little different because he awakens into the Sunglasses Super Saiyan 2 Great Saiyaman, but he uses the Master Mark medals, which is the World Tournament medals. But he's not a World Tournament card. He's just a droppable SSR. And the reason why is because he comes from the World Tournament, right? So thematically, it makes sense. I could totally see him getting EZA 2. But I'm just not sure what kind of medals they would give him, if any, because we haven't had any World Tournament Mark Awakened units getting EZA. So I mean, I could see it happening. It just they would have to really play with whatever system that they're going for. But I would want one. I think he's really good. He just needs some defense, and he's not bad. Of course, and nowadays, like, your standard card needs attack and defense at the start of turn, or somewhere defensive capabilities in their kit, and then some secondary effect on their super attack, like, you know, debuff the enemy, raise your attack, or whatever. So he's got raise attack for 3 turns. If he EZAs, I can see it for 9 turns. So stuff like that. But yeah, those are the kind of ideas that I'm just, you know, spitballing here on like what kind of units we could see get an EZA or EZ area, a Braid Boss, like Awakening kind of deal. There's a lot of units. Like, I mean, this guy too could Super Saiyan 2. He's in Super Saiyan 2 Vegeta. So I could see that happening. Oh no, he got an EZA. What am I talking about? Yeah, I'm just like looking and seeing what else we could get. Like, we got the Kid Boos. Looking at the extreme side of things. I mean, this is a Baba Shop unit. So if they were going to start off a Baba Shop unit to get an EZA or Easy Area, I wouldn't mind this guy. Just make him some kind of like Majin Boost, Extreme Majin Boost Saga category allies support unit. Totally worth it, you know? Again, I know that's a wet dream for Talon and everyone else. A lot of free-to-play players. There's a lot of options here. So some of them already got EZAs, of course, Super Saiyan 3 Strength Goku, you know, the Super Saiyan 2 Angel Gokus, Majin Vegetas. So things have been awoken already, but there are options, right? There are other things that could happen. So anyways, guys, you know, the gameplay is dry right now. Not much to do. I'm not gonna lie, you just toss it out there. But I just figured this would be a pretty interesting discussion that we could all, you know, have nicely and calmly in the comments below. You know, tell me what kind of EZAs you're expecting. Is there one I'm missing that you think could come out of left field and be like, yeah, this guy could get one? You know, so that could happen. Yeah, so let me know in the comments below. If you liked the video, hit the like button. If you're new here, consider hitting that subscribe button, and I greatly appreciate it. Hit the notification bell if you want to be aware when I go live with my videos. And I usually go live in the morning with my videos, but of course sometimes with collabs, or if work's too busy, I'm too tired with that, it'll go a little bit later. I try to put out a video a day, but right now it's super dry. I'm letting you guys know. So anyways, guys, hopefully you enjoyed that, and I'll catch y'all next time. Nolar out.